how you will dress. Malaki ang pagod mo atin. Okay? So, roll the next issue. Okay. Here's our next one. Relationship. Okay? Is dating part of your Adventist practice? What about petting? Hindi naman nag-sex. Nag-petting lang. During the day. Hindi mo alam ang petting. Illegal ka. Dito ka sa kanto ka lang. Oh. So, halimbawa, no? Nag-petting. Tatanong mo, what's petting? Yung mga kilay niya nagsasalubong. Okay? It's nice that you would know it from us than somewhere else. Petting allows you to be fond with each other physically. The most common petting is kissing.
Sample.
Check kung tama ang orientation. Okay. So others do this. Kung ako yung lalaki, siya yung babae. Okay? Kung pwede kaming mag-hold hands. Is that an issue to you? Oh, yan. Divisive na tayo. Ito lang, magkakatabi. May no, may yes. Kung pwede ito, siguro, pwede ito. Are you following? Kung pwede ito, kasino na lang yan, malapit na yan, no? Pwede na rin siguro yan. So, there is so many forms. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. There are so many forms of petting. So, on relationships, this is only one facet. There are more. What about the long-distance relationship? Are you settled with that? Is that very clear to you? What are your principles? Are they based on the scriptures? Are you following me, friends? What about relationships with a different Christian denomination? All of these are issues. What about mutual understanding? Huh? What's wrong? Okay, roll the next issue. Okay, this is our next issue. Thank you. What principles from the Bible are you holding on in your choice of your healthy habits? Your time of sleep kung walang Facebook. What about your food? Sino sa inyo ang hinihimatay na since you came because we're not eating any animal product? Dito sa SPUC, as you will go to CPUC and NPUC inside official events, we do not serve patay na hayop. Are we clear? So what is your position on this? O naman, Orbe, look at the Bible. Even Jesus, that is where you're coming from. So, what is your issue on this one? Are you already grounded on this issue of health and diet? Siguro, vegetarian ka nga. What about your sleeping habits? What about your temperance? What about that will go down the list? Are we clear on it? Okay. Then, this will be the last issue, worship. Okay. So, what are your your beliefs on worship. How should I dress when I come to worship? Should I worship in the morning, in the evening? What are the forms of worship that I do? Do you read your Bible? Or is dress even more important when you come to worship? Your songs, worship. What are acceptable to you? What sermons are feeding you? Where are you growing in worship? Can I worship alone in the home? Rather than seeing people who are hypocrites. I'd rather watch Hope Channel at home to worship God. Are we clear on this one? Okay. Let's have a moment of silence. Where are your 3 stickers? Okay. Let's have a moment of... kaya pala kayo re-react kanina. Wala siya. Please. Red stickers. Red stickers. Isang lalaki, 2 babae. Okay? Green. Okay. Who else doesn't have a sticker? Meron pa tayong isa dito. My good friend over here. Please. What about the directors? Do you have their stickers? Please participate, my friends. Let's make these young people understand that we mean business and we're serious with these points. Okay? So girls are your 9 hot issues. Okay na? May nanoy? Did they have them? Meron pa dito? I think. Make sure only 3 stickers, ha? Okay? We're done? Thank you, thank you. Red sila, ha? Babae, red. Okay. Let me repeat the instructions. After you have personally prayed and asked guidance from God, and how you are going to, and how you are going to use your 3 stickers. When you approach the board, do not put all your 3 stickers on one issue. 1 sticker for each issue. When you can't decide, sit down and ask God. You need to put those stickers all together. Are we clear? So let me give you a half a minute silence, and I will tell you when we're ready to come forward and put our stickers. Make sure that you don't put your sticker somewhere here in the middle. Get it aligned within the what? Within the label. Are we clear? Oh. Huwag kayo dito maglagay sa ibabaw. Just here and just here. Okay? If you put your sticker somewhere here, it will not be finance, ministry, or health. That will be invalidated. Okay? All right. Let's have a moment of silence now. You can now peel off your stickers and approach the board. Stick it very well para hindi mahulog.
Ares. Pilit na ito res.
Asa nga mga issues ang imo
Tanaw na mga pastor kung ano sa mga issues ni pastor.
gender.
Gender, ala ka, delikado na pastor ba? Kailangan ka counseling ano ba? Chill na kayo. Mga chill group of people. Kaning ka pastor kalibod ato ning tanawon kung unsay mga issue ani.
Ayaw brand kay. May balat na brand.
Sundan-sundan jud ka tanawon jud ako asa ni may butang.
Ay.
If there are mission youth leaders present, as soon as this is done, you can get a picture of this profile.
Yes.
This should guide you in your programs back in your local missions.
Wala na do ka gender wala.
As I
Tumboy
told
sila.
you, mahilig po ako sa qualitative and quantitative research.
Babae man.
Programs are based
Red,
on the needs.
Meaning na diri murag mga tumboy atake ng mga boys. Sa issue ni drying.
When you're done, please give space.
Gay lagi na.
Kay magida yun.
Piansa ka ng gay mapil ko si gay.
Kay.
Klaw ay na nadugangin ng gender nga issue ha. Nanay duha nag gender oh.
Sir.
Ay. Ano rin si gay? Ano si gay? Gay, dugas na si Aris.
Ito ta kasi.
Ako naman yung may irito. Kama, ano. Pare-parera mag-edad na ba? Ha? Magulang na eh. Pangsimana, magkapa na bisang magulang. Hala, tulo na kabuk ang mga babae lagi na problema sa gender.
Alangan ito sa CR ba? Maghihi yun.
Ha?
CR naman sa TV.
Oh, tulo na kabuk nagbutang sa gender, mga gender questions. At nga na kung kinsa nang kabutang sa gender, Bing.
After this one, we request the youth directors to be somewhere here in front, because I will ask you to give insights on this picture. Let's
Ganda,
get
po siya
seated
nagbut-
now.
Nanay upat ka mga tumboy.
Directors, just be handy here in front, so I don't have to call you
Upat na
from the
kababayan
back.
nagbutang sa gender. Upat na kababayan nagbutang sa gender.
You're done?
Tumboy na kanilang feeling. Na upat na kababayan nagbutang sa gender. Okay. Gender ba? Upat na kababayan nagbutang sa gender. Nanay upat kababayan nga doubtful sila sa ng gender. Ikaw nagbutang sa gender? Kana gender ikaw na? Kinsa na? Kani sa gender pa nimo butang ba?
Sige na. Sulo ka.
Butangan ako nagbutang green na isa ka gender. Eh pag ininuod na dahil na pag imong green butang na gender isa. Para be true to yourself ba? Be true to yourself.
Yeah. Ikaw, ang imong ibutang health and diet kay mo kaong kagkuan. Kablo na ka.
Wala, grabe siya. Di mo ko sa gender mabutang god. Lala. Ano kaya naibutang sa gender kaya na CCTV? Uy, ikaw nang babae nagbutang sa gender?
Hindi ako nang ulo.
Kitsa man na. What na lagi nakatumboy?
Dili man good.
Tumboy mo gumay.
There are a lot of reasons
Sige,
why.
speak out. Say,
It's not yet
explain.
my time.
Explain your points.
Ano na,
Nasa yung mga gender
For yourself.
problems. Siguro gapatol na sa mga gender nga parihan nga gano'n.
No. You're so judgmental, you know. Hindi man ikon ana yung wala makakabalo kung
Tanawa si ma'am sa camera o gwapa kay siya.
Siyempre, mga may gagmaot.
Naka-perfect. Res, videohan ko ni Marisa Keb. Butang ko sa gender kay murag alanganin di ko sa gender, hindi ko sure.
Asa, wala ko sa may nag-change lagi.
Okay?
Okay na
I think we only have a handful left. And we're ready.
Let me
love
overflow. There is none like you.
Okay. Dapat matapos ito. Okay. May I request the youth directors to be handy. I'll pass on the microphone. Let's all be seated now. If you need to stand and you feel like speaking up, this is the time we can bring our thoughts together. Di pala pwede pumunta na.
Feedback ko.
Pwede tayo.
Thank you.
Okay?
Thank you, Res.
Ano nagbabae?
Wala, dahil kayo mga babae nga na problema silang gender. Wow.
Huwag niyong sabayan yung mga direktor. Give them time.
Director ba kayo? Look at the profile.
Okay. It's all there. Ate Joy, you're done? Okay. Let me pass the microphone. Any of the directors would like to share the insight you can draw from this profile? Here's the microphone. Please give us your observations, whatever you've got there. Before we pass on to the young people, I would like to ask the directors first. Anyone? Sir, please.
Actually, this activity tells me where what should I do to minister or to do ministry in my young people, especially when I realize that most of the problems with young people are all about entertainment or relationships, husband guy, or many things there. Worship also.
What is shocking to you, Pastor?
Shocking to me is relationship. Yeah. So we have problems with our young people really with the relationship because their faith will be somehow moved because of this. So this gives me an idea where what should I need to bring about to the young people.
Thank you. Next director. Anyone would like to speak? Please, natat-natat na yung mga youth eh. Please come in front, Pastor.
Good afternoon to everyone. Looking into this illustration this
Pastor,
afternoon.
come in the open
Okay.
po. Thank you.
Mahiya ako, Pastor. I'm so amazed because we all know that gender at this time is very hot issue. And looking into the board, only 4 five put the stickers, and only one boy.
That's you.
It's me. Okay, so I think we need to address the issue at this very moment in time, especially to our young people in our church.
Thank you. Any more directors?
Pastor Miado, then after you would be me. We will let all directors speak, okay? Pastor Dula will be the next. Pastor Davis.
I am really concerned regarding
Pastor, come.
gender. In my mission, I think I have seen I think a problem in gender. I think I would say that I don't know if all of you are honest this afternoon. Because only one boy, only 4 ladies and 1 boy. But anyways, my concern in my territory is, of course, gender problem, and of course, the spirituality of our young people. Though it is quite just like relationships, but actually in the young people's spirituality, in my mission is my really my concern in about mental health. You know, my wife is always telling young people, always lecturing about mental health, and she is now preparing about how she assists our young people in mental health problem. So I think this this kind of, I think we can copy this, Pastor, in our mission, and maybe one of these days we can have a program not only for the young professionals but to the Adventist Society of missions, and based on this observation we can have we can make program to combat all these problems.
May happen sa tanan. Regarding the activities, actually it gives us idea, it opens our minds regarding the concern of our young people. Actually, sometimes we make programs that we are always looking for the ministry. Sometimes we are concerned about the music, but as we look at with this survey, we could see that there are also problems regarding entertainment, relationship, and diet. So we could see these 3 issues actually is very important to address for us youth directors. Because sometimes we neglect some of these because we focus on ministry or other issues in the church. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, young people.
Good afternoon.
In this activity, we learn so much, especially youth director. It is because during our program, we assume that our young people doesn't need some of this. But I would like to appeal to young people, please tell us, what are your needs? If you need relationship, if you need more information, how to engage, how to deal with relationship, just tell us young people, because most of us, we assume that you already know how to deal with relationship. Sometimes we assume that you already understood the health and life. And that assumption sometimes may be right and sometimes it may be wrong. So my appeal to you, tell us what are your needs. If you need this one, so before the consultation, tell us, Pastor, we need this one, so that we could focus what are the best topic that we are going to deal in our program. Yes.
Pastor Harley, where are you? I think 2 youth directors are not here. Personally, I'm so blessed by this data gathering of our sentiments. Actually, we, as they said, that
we directors will always focus on the ministry pastoral. And we are so happy that to see the different needs of our young people through this survey. Actually, relationship, I think the one who put this relationship has no sweethearts anymore. Yeah. Yeah. They have no sweethearts. Amen? Ako man ganun, panama gid ba, pero nakita ko niya, nilalaki ng anak ba, pero wala yan gipakita nga, babae mga, wala yan sutong cross na. Dahil mo. Parang ipinakita niya sa cross niya na, dito talaga problema ko, ikaw talaga. Yeah. But you know, this is not only for, now I know, Pastor, that this is not only limited to our young professionals, but this is the all faces of the church, whether they are married or not. All members of the church have the same issues on hand, as I know. And then, in the Philippines today, gender is very hot. Actually, I'm so happy that there are only 5 who have questions on the gender. And I guess one of them is one of the youth directors. So no problem. Again, thank you very much. Now we are guided by this. I say that we are guided what to do next. If we have conventions, maybe we will focus on these issues here. Okay, about relationship, entertainment, and health and diet and worship as well. Okay, so we thank you, Pastor, for this data gathering. We surely our best.
Okay, let's have time for the youth. Anyone would like to share your insight on this one? Please come forward. So it will not be very hard. Please do come. I'll hand off to you the microphone.
Thank you, Pastor. Okay, what I see in the data is about the problem is the thing that the youth for now is the one that they are struggling. Like for example, entertainment, relationship, health and diet. All of this, we have this theoretically in the church, right? Entertainment, we all know the right music that we're going to hear and what we're going to do. But we are struggling. We are struggling because even though that we know, we are struggling for that. We know rock music or something, go to the disco bar is bad. But sometimes we are struggling. In relationship, what I've heard here in Mindanao, yung hirap dito sa Mindanao is about, meron talaga, yung relationship. Because what I've observed as in the adult, mostly sanay dito ng broken family. Ang parents, ngayon iba yung kinakasama, iba yung asawa. Even in the Adventist society, maraming mga ganon. And nagiging culture or nagiging, what do you call this one? Nagiging parang norm, di ba? Na yung parents niya, stepmother, ganyan. So even in the Adventist society, Adventist youth, they're used, parang okay lang, okay lang na mag-sweetheart ng ganito, mag-sweetheart pa ng ganito. And then the practice about in relationship, di ba? Alam nilang mali, pero ginagawa at struggle. Di ba? Health and diet. We all know the right food, alam natin yung mga ganito. Pero ang nangyayari po yung struggling po natin. Kaya dito, sinagot yan, yung mga struggling. Sa gender, what I see, wala masyado nag-struggle kung babae siya o lalaki. So kaya ko konti, kasi wala silang confusion, So yun yung nakita ko, Pastor, that something to be focused because we all know, alam natin as Adventists, but we are what? In struggle with this issue.
Right. Thank you very much. About the women, I'm not hearing the women. I want the women to speak. Kasi kayo ang pinakamarami ditong data, namumula yung board natin. I'd like to invite first itong lady, the pretty lady. Winnie, take your queen spot here.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Tell us what mission.
I'm really from the Davao Mission. And based on what I have observed here, first and foremost, Pastor, I really do appreciate your method in doing this kind of method to every one of us, because as a psych major myself, it's really good to gauge and to quantify these kind of issues, because assessing the youth needs right now is really a must. And we have to know that from the youth as well. So thank you so much for giving us this kind of activity. And based on this data, of course, we could really see that these are really the main issues. Ang pinakadaghan yun is entertainment, relationships, health, and diet. But on a personal note, Pastor, I put my 100 in gender, not because I am confused. I know who and what I am. I am a straight woman, but I put my 100 in gender because I have lots of friends. I have lots of those I know that are confused with their gender. And sometimes I get to be invited as a resource speaker in our schools about homosexuality. They want me to discuss about it. So there is really that question is, where does the church stand? Because as much as possible, we want to tell people what is right and what is written in the Bible. But how do we balance compassion as well towards these kind of people, because they really need intervention and help as well. That's why I put my 100 here. And that's all. That's my thoughts about it.
Thank you very much. There's another lady from Central Philippines, I believe. Please come over. Please, meron tayong Central Philippines.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Nesjen. So my thought about this one, first, sir, magput tayo ng barrier. These are the results from simple professionals, right? So the age ranging from 20s to more than 30s, right? Or may 40s na dito, except from our youth directors. No? So, so basically, parang I'm curious, Pastor, what will be the results if this will be conducted in the public campus? Sorry, I'm not in the Adventist school na nag-graduate from PCM ako since college, high school. So how about the age ranging from 15 or high school to college? How about that? And how about the research subjects will be 40s? Because if this will be conducted in different age patterns, I think the results will be different. The results will be different. And yes, it's obvious that the three top happening issues are entertainment, relationships, health, and diet. And it's sad to know that we are single professionals. I don't know, please don't be offended, okay? We are single professionals, and I don't know if some of us here are baptized, or we were baptized since maliit pa. But why there are a lot of numbers in worship? I don't know. Supposedly or ideally, we are Adventist from the very start. Dapat, I thought kanina, worship should not be that kalaki. But looking all of us here, we are struggling, still struggling. This is the hot issue since then, because family, our worship should be started within the family. No, from younger ones, tapos na teenager na, until now that we are working. It should be our lifestyle. Because if this will be our lifestyle sa worship, the rest will follow. There will be no hot burning issue in music, entertainment, ministry, and other issues. And take note, that these issues are,
Pinansin mo
meron
pa.
na tayo eh. Binabasa natin to from the
Pinansin mo
book of
na
Ellen White,
discuss
even
wala
the
kay
Bible
wala kay
itself.
relationship.
So it's very clear.
Wala
So this
kay
is a
proper
challenge
health
for
and
every one
diet.
of us on how to overcome these
Check that one sa
hard
ministry.
issues. So that
Ikatag
if we're
worship,
going
wala ko importante.
to return to our respective mission and conferences, we will able to share it. And this will not only be reflected in these four corners of this wall, it should be reflected and it will be a lifestyle at the end of the day. Thank you.
That's very encouraging. So all of her suggestions probably will find or land its place in CPUC. I believe CPUC may also have a different data. So you want to bring that home, and I'm not privy to the youth director of CPUC. But it's a very good thing that you have raised points because this could be his concern as well. Yeah. All right. So just one before I go on this strongly. I still see your hand right there. Kanina ka pa nagtataas ng kamay. Please do come here.
Pag wala kay
We will
kwarta, wala kay
not
tarong
use up
diet.
all the time. I'm going to
Wala kay tarong
debrief
relationship.
you with this data before we leave this
Pamiliti
subject.
pa yun sa church. Dapat gina-neglect ko din ang finance pa mo Marys.
Magandang hapon po sa ating lahat. I am Romer from SMF. Then yung sa akin lang po, Pastor, napansin ko lang po para sa mga issues natin ngayon. Actually, nilagyan ko po talaga dito yung ministry. Pinakauna ko po nilagyan dito yung ministry. Kasi po minsan, kahit po tayo mga professionals na, hindi po tayo sumasama sa mga ministries na nasa loob ng ating simbahan. Kasi sinasabi natin, lagi tayong busy. Why not give time for the ministry?
Amen.
Di ba? Kasi hindi naman po natin magiging rason yung pagiging busy natin. We are working 6 days a week. No. Hindi naman po kailangan nating magtrabaho ng sunod-sunod na araw. Bigyan po natin ng konting panahon. Kahit konti lang po sana. So, napansin ko rin po kasi, Pastor, pinakamarami po talagang namang problema ngayon sa issue is mga babae. Di ba? Halos namumulan na eh. So, oo. Mas marami po kayo problema. Bakit ba nagkakaproblema ng babae?
Dagan siguro. Kasi dagan ng babae ka rin.
Pastor, di ba, Pastor? Ipaglaban ng mga kalalakihan. Sa relationship sa entertainment, by numbers po, mas marami po. It means po ba na kailangan po natin siguro bigyan ng pansin yung mga women's natin. Kasi sa issue po natin ngayon, mas marami po yata tayong mga problema. Then, isa lang po, yung sa ministry talaga, yun yung pinaka po sa ating issue ngayon. Ministry.
Okay, thank you very much for your candid observations. Yung issue nyo na marami dito ang pula because in this particular population, talagang maraming babae.
Yes. Yes.
But,
Yes.
let me take you to this
Yes.
important principle. Your data here can be a big representation also of your data someone else. Kahit saan kayo sigurong pupunta na mission within this territory, talagang marami ang babae. Are you following me? Yeah. This may be true to pathfinders. This may be true to university campus students. Ano pang mga ministries ng AY? Ang AY ngayon ang pinaka-varied. Kaya you really have to pray for your youth directors. Among all the directors in the union, the youth director is holding varied sub-ministries under their flagship. That's why my wife and I never hesitated to come. Despite the busy schedule, because we knew that it will create a big impact As many as the ministries of youth department are. So pray for them. Marami sa inyo, siguro pa-smile-smile lang, ay, pagtayo ng mga direktor nyo rito. No? But under them, or above their shoulders, they're carrying burdens, really for you. So we need to pray for them. Let me give my observations here. I asked someone to get this counted. Relationship is at 118, and entertainment is following close at 105, 103. Okay? No, may 15 lang sila na disparity. This means, these two issues are more likely what has been bugging you. Entertainment and relationships. The other, actually, there's a good number here on health, worship, no? Coming close to these two big issues. But these two big issues are contending like Jacob and Esau. One is holding on to the heel of the other. And should we not be thankful to God that your organizers, your leadership of this convention has placed a prime time for relationships. We will handle this tonight.
Amen.
Hindi ko alam kung sino na ang gustong matulog. But my wife and I stayed because we would like to do this with you. We will not shortchange you of the cost of flying us here in Mindanao. So if you come tonight, we will rock this room with this issue of relationship. You will participate kasi lahat tayo decision making. Remember the three walls of millennials: money, decisions, and relationships. All these three. Kaya when you come back tonight, I don't know how long will the Vespers be, but when you come back tonight, let's push it. Kasi we wouldn't be around on Sunday anymore. Our flight will require us to be at the airport as early. So, we would like to stay for that one. Are we clear on this one? Yes. Another point. Where the gentleman is a minority in this population, are you listening? Yes. Where the gentleman is a minority in this population, still, it appears on several issues that they are soaring. Look at this one, music. Madami ang babae dito. But look, the gentlemen come at par with the women. Minority sila sa population na to, but they come at par with music. With trained eyes, where's the psychology major a while ago? Lumabas? Ayun. With trained eyes, and if you get used to this kind of data gathering, you will quickly notice disparities. Ito, malaking disparity ito. See, minority ang lalaki dito, pero they come at par with women on this issue of music. In correlation with your SPSS, if you run it in correlation, this is significantly telling you something. I hope you're not looking only sa dami. But this one has some correlation in terms of gender. Ang mga lalaki is rising on this issue, music. Okay? What else? This is very striking to me. Kaya tinatanong ko yung mga direktor kanina, anong wow sa inyo? Sa akin I have been doing this kind of data gathering. This is a big wow to me. Itong finance na ito. Kaya sinasabi ko kanina kay Pastor SPUC Director, the treasurer has a big work, not only on the finances of the union or the mission. I think they are a subject matter expert on personal finance. They cannot guide the union nor the local conference in its finances. Because they can do this at their level if they will be good enough in the grassroots. And this is something for me to consider. Sipin mo, no? Of this. Lumaban itong finance. To me, this is alarming. If the treasurer would see this, and this is an issue, no wonder we would have more funds for evangelism, for activities like this. If there are intervention programs addressing personal finance. Of course, I can go through the length of this evening to look over that one. There is so much to tell about this picture. And if I will take my time over this, I have so much to share to you. So let's start with entertainment. Just a quick briefer on this one. When you come to the issue of entertainment, I will not be able to come up with a comprehensive principles. But just the highlights. On entertainment, the issue is not the activity as much as the quality. Are you following me? So sa entertainment, wala tayong issue kung ano ang admissible at saka acceptable. The Bible is very clear. Whatsoever things you do, you have to do this for the honor and glory of God. Whatsoever things are pure, lovely, and goes down the list. These are strong principles on your entertainment. But when it comes now to similar positive ones, like activities on social gatherings, hikings, that is where Satan takes us subtly. Hindi na natin ma-determine yun. Kasi parehong acceptable. Would you go for hiking as your form of entertainment? Would you go for social gatherings? Yung ating mga night to save in our local churches. Why not? These are all positive ones. But as a church, we are very clear that we do not embrace in any way entertainment. This is a big waste of time. This is not stewardship. This is the brother or sister of amusement. What the church encourages you to engage is not entertainment nor amusement, but what? Recreation. Are you following me, friends? So if your entertainment is watching movie, wala na tayong pagtatalunan dyan. That's a big waste of time. Unless you could qualify. Because recreation makes it and clearly defines it, it what? It prepares us for usefulness. Pag nanood ka ng movie, afterwards, it what? It sucks your strength. Are you following me? Yes. In recreation, the main principle is that you recreate yourself by God's grace. You are revigorated to engage in further what? Usefulness. Kaya kung magre-recreate kayo! O kaya yung boxing, Zumba, does that prepare you for usefulness? Ang dami yan sa loob ng church natin. Mupunta pa yan sa mga kung ano-anong part, mag-zumba doon. Health and fitness Kahit health department natin is doing that. But I will tell you, that is not recreation. You go to the spirit of prophecy. Pinangako ko yan sa inyo. I am grounding my presentations on the spirit of prophecy. Recreation, useful labor is our form of what? Of recreation, di ba? Di ba?
Tiles man ang balay, tiles.
Huh? Come on, you know what I'm trying to say. You have gardening. You have useful labor in the home. This is where you engage not only with nature, but makes you useful. This is what the spirit of prophecy talks about. There's nothing wrong when you go hiking. But when hiking becomes competitive and becomes self-centered, wala rin iniwan yung hiking sa video game. When hiking becomes very expensive, I know the prices of hiking equipment. They can be what? Lucrative. From the shoes to the carabiner, no? All of those, pati yung bag, sama mo na dyan yung camera. You don't call that recreation. You facade it with your what? With your lustful desire for the things of this world. Ayaw ka ng iPhone lang. Gusto mo talaga GoPro. And what you wanted for your shoes is not just the walking shoes. It got to have yung gel inside and makes you bounce. It protects your soul. That's how you justify things. Are you following me? Kung gusto mo talaga ma-recreate ka, go in nature. Plan carefully how you will engage with God in nature. Are you following me? Kaya, youth directors, when you go for hiking, huwag lang ang binibilang ninyo yung trail, tapos yung haba, at sinong makatapos. There's nothing wrong with that. But we have shortchanged our youth. Because what they should engage in this hiking, if it's for the purpose of recreation, is what? Is to engage with God in nature. It becomes, kaya pag nag-hiking ka, huwag yung mga strenuous na hike. Bakit? After the strenuous hike, it should prepare you for what? Usefulness. Yan. Kaya pagka mga itsura nyo after dahilayan, para kayong mga nirape. Wala na kayong lakas. Okay, ba't magkaganito pa tayo? Are you following me? So, we go for recreation, not for entertainment. Can you press that principle in the things that you do? Gardening. Ellen White highlights that very well. As a what? As a form of recreation. My wife has been into this breeding of mga cacti, yung mga succulents. Sabi ko, Mami, pag yung hobby mo ng succulents na yan ay tumawid na sa expenses, you know that it's no longer recreation. Because succulents can be very, very expensive as well. No? So you be very careful with anything that you do. Our principle stands on recreation and what? And stewardship. I hope you're mindful of that one. Let's take another one here. What about adornment? I cannot line out all the verses here to support our doctrine on adornment. But 4 things are very important as you consider your adornment. Number 1, modesty. So when you consider makeup man yan o damit man yan, it should be what? Modest. Anong ibig sabihin ng modest? Hindi mahalay. Ano ang mahalay? It leads you to think about lust. Are we very clear on that one? Hindi lang mga babae who can be immodest. Even gentlemen can be what? Can be immodest. Ha? Kaya tayong mga lalaki, tingnan niyo yung mga shirt ninyo. Kung labas-labas dyan yung mga utong ninyo, bakit kayo pinalalabas niyo yung utong ninyo? You should also be mindful of that. Wear clothes that will allow you to show your bulging muscles? What happened to the word modesty? Are you following me? Yung mga pagsuot nyo ng pantalon, hapit na hapit, nakabukol yung mga tuwi-tuwi ninyo. That is not modesty. Are you following me? Ganun din sa mga babae, yung kita na yung salubungan ng dodo ninyo, that is immodest. Choose very well your apparel. Yung mga, wala nga, sarado nga hanggang dito. Pero tight-fitting, kitang-kita mo yung hubog ng dodo. Bata ka pa, di tayong-tayo yung dodo mo. Where is modesty? What happened to that word? Be careful. Number 1. No? Number 2, simplicity. Huh? As much as possible, let's be what? Let's be simple. Oh? Binigyan ka ng Panginoon ng mga magagandang kilay, huwag mo lang pagpupunutin. Tapos mag-drawingan mo ulit. Daig mo man ng coloring book. Ano bang problema dyan? Oh, magalit na kayo, pero ang nagbayad ng pamasahe namin, si Pastor, kaya siya lang magsasabi kung uuwi na kami ngayon. But we're willing to go home. At least, I have already spoken. Kaya sabi ko na sa inyo, simplicity is appreciating God's gift. Mga lalaki, ganun din. Di ba? Let us be simple. Hindi yung mga kung anong ginagawa-gawa niyo sa mga book ninyo na parang bagong aning pinya. Make it simple. The rule is just be there. Not to both extremes. Simplicity will always reflect good taste. Are we following? Oh. Hindi ko nababanggitin yung hindi ko kasi ma-imagine talaga. Pumunta kami ng SM a while ago. While waiting for yung tagal niyo, nainip kami. So, we're very sorry that we couldn't come. So, when we went to SM, may dalawa palang SM dito. Premier and the not-so-premier. So, we went to the not-so-premier. And we saw there people adorning their children. No? Mga kapang itim, nilalagyan ng mga sungay. Imagine, who are doing this? Parents. Tapos, magtataka sila, bakit nalaksak yung anak nila? When they were still young, you did that to them. Ganun din kayo mga kababaihan. No? You would like to come home to a man who appreciates you from in to out. Hindi naman namin sinasabing hindi kami nagagandahan eh. I even heard a statement last night. Ang sabi ng statement I don't want to be wrong on this one. Ang sabi ng statement ay, I have yielded my choice to God. God chose my spouse. If we're not reading the spirit of prophecy, there wouldn't be anything wrong with this. But if you read the spirit of prophecy, this is very subtle. In fact, Ellen White says, it is a sin. Ako personally ayaw ko na ang asawa ko, hindi ako choice.